Good evening to one and all. Welcome to video 7 part 3. Today we are going to discuss about imperative sentences. The third kind of sentence is imperative sentence, and it is a sentence that states a command, a polite request, gives directions, warning or advice, sends a petition, asks permission or makes a suggestion. And when you talk about all these kinds of sentences, we basically avoid the subject. For example, bring this memento to audit department. This is a command where it must be followed. And please come early tomorrow. We make a polite request. Click this link to go to activities. This is an instruction. Some more examples. Lord, please spare our country from the havoc of destruction. It's a petition. Let's watch a movie after we finish here. It's a suggestion. May I borrow your notes? A request. Take 2 tablets of crocin. We give advice. Don't touch this. It's hot. Warning. If you see here, the first note, the subject in imperative sentences is always an elliptical or implied you. Most of the times we avoid using you. So wherever you see most of the imperative sentences, we don't see you in it. You is always understood in imperative sentences. If you look at note 2, the punctuation mark used with imperative sentences is usually a period or full stop. But there are cases in which the imperative sentences use a question mark or an exclamation mark also. Let us see some examples where we use question mark or exclamation mark. Get out of my house. So this is a command mixed with anger. If that is the case, we use exclamatory mark rather than a period. Run. Command mixed with urgency. Here also we use exclamatory mark. May Dennis come out to play? Asking a permission. Would you please add your activities to your profile? A polite order in question form. So these are some of the examples where you see instead of using a period, either we use an exclamatory mark or we use a question mark. Next kind of sentence is exclamatory sentence. It is a sentence which basically conveys strong emotions such as anger, adoration, admiration, love, excitement, happiness, sadness, confusion, exasperation, regret, and so on. This kind of sentence basically talks about extra human feelings. Ordinary human feelings, when you are supposed to talk about, we either use assertive sentence or declarative sentence. But if you want to talk about extra human feelings, extra human emotions, extra human thoughts, anything other than ordinary, we always use exclamatory sentence. And in order to point out exclamatory sentence, we use exclamation mark. Some of the examples are, what an irresponsible child you are. How wonderful you are, O Lord. What a lovely gift you have given me. What a fast runner is. What a sad day is this for our country. So these are some of the examples for extra human feelings or exclamatory sentence. When we look at note 1, not all exclamatory sentences follow what or how. Generally, when you look at the exclamatory sentences, most of the exclamatory sentences follow either what or how. But there are some exclamatory sentences, they do not follow how or what. Some sentences may be introduced by interjections also. If this is the case, we segregate exclamatory sentences into two. One is bare exclamatory and the second is exclamatory with interjection. An interjection is a word adds to a sentence. Usually it's a declarative sentence. When you add the interjection to a declarative sentence, then we have exclamatory sentences with interjection. These convey an emotion or sentiment such as admiration, anger, disgust, enthusiasm, excitement, joy, pain, sorrow, etc. Some of the examples are, Honey, mom's arriving tomorrow. It's a kind of excitement. Amazing, your finishing time is almost a world record. It's an admiration. Yuck, that man's smells gross, disgust. Ouch, you pinched me. It's a kind of painful feeling. Beloved, why do you have to die? Sorrow. So these are some of the examples where you use interjection along with bare exclamatory. When you look at the note 2, the interjection is separated from the rest of the sentence by a comma in order to separate the declarative or assertive sentence from the interjection. The exclamation mark is found at the end of the declarative sentence. When you look at note 3, an exclamation mark at the end of declarative sentence can change the context of the sentence. See here, when you put an exclamatory mark at the end of the declarative sentence, that changes the context of the sentence. Some of the examples are, you know you are not permitted to use my things. It's a feeling of anger. I love you with all my heart, a passion. What have you done to my face? Question accompanied by shock. Note 4. There are some of the list of interjections which we use in our common usage. Let's look at them. Basically, when you look at the interjections, most of the times, according to different languages, they keep changing. But I have taken some of the interjections which have certain feelings when we use in the English language. So, let's look at some of the interjections and the feelings that they carry along with them. Alas, whenever we use this one in order to express grief, pity or regret. Next one, awe, pleasure, realization, surprise, etc. Aha is it's a feeling when you have a discovery for our credit. Awe, anger, annoyance, frustration and other feelings. Attaboy. So whenever the girls basically use this, this is in order to appreciate or admire the boys. Awe is again another one more feeling that we have for admiration for something which is cute, sweet, sentimental approval. So for all these things we use awe. And next we have a awe. Awe is a feeling of surprise. And next we have the word bingo, satisfaction for success or achievement. Bravo. Whenever something or someone does some great thing, we just pat him and say, bravo, you have done well. So that is a mark of approval. Bar, this is feeling of coldness. Whenever you have some cold and then when you sneeze, we mostly use this particular feeling. And the next word is down. Down is whenever used for irritation and displeasure. Then drat. Drat is actually when you make the person to get afraid or fear, when you want to frighten someone, we just use the word drat. Annoyance and frustration, when you want to use, then we use the word drat. Ick. Fright, panic, alarm and distress, when you want to express, we use this. Eureka. Eureka is a word when you want to learn about the triumph, when you want to say that you have found something, a discovery, we use this word eureka. And next, E. E is a word when you want to use for enthusiasm. And then golly. Golly is a word for surprise, amazement and pleasure. And then gosh. Gosh is for surprise, amazement and pleasure. And then is actually when you have doubt or hesitation or disagreement, you say And then is basically used for displeasure. And the next haw. Haw is for mild and indifferent surprise. And next hooray or hurrah. This is the word used for excitement, joy, and then jubilation. When you are so happy, we use the word jubilation, and victory also. And the next sh or ps. This is the word when you demand silence. Most of the times we use in our common usage sh or s. And then oh my. So when you want to say dismay or admiration, then we use oh my and then stop there the feeling. And next one, oh well. So this is another one more resigned acceptance when you want to talk about. Then we speak about oh well. And then oops. Oops is another one more word we use in our common usage, which means to say acknowledge of one's own mistake. When you mistake or when you do some wrongdoing, then we use the word oops. Then another one more is ouch. Ouch is when someone staples your feet or something, when you want to express ow or ouch is used for pain. And the next phew or phew. And this is the relief that something is over. So when you are doing some hectic task which has a lot of tension, then when you complete, we use the word phew. And then hooey. Okay, whoopee. Our cry of exaltation and sudden excitement. So this is also another one more word. Hoops. Hoops is a concern or embarrassment at marking a mistake or a slight accident. Wow. So wow is again admiration, astonishment, or being impressed. So for all these things we use wow. Yahoo. Yahoo is also known for joy or happiness. And then yeah. Yeah is a strong affirmation or approval. And then eats. So eats is a being started, slight fear or concern. For all those things we use eats. And then one more word is EP. EP is for joy and excitement. Yo. Yo is for greetings or a call for attention. And then yo-yo. Yo-yo is a call for attention usually used by women. And then yuk or itch. And then this is basically used for disgust and dislike. Yummy. This is also a common word which we use, yummy, especially when we want to appreciate some dishes what are cooked in our kitchen. So appreciation for taste or smell. I feel you have liked this video. I feel very happy and I thank you all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, share, watch and comment on my video. See you soon with some more videos with lot of information. Thank you one and all.